In this video, I'll go over everything you need to know about installing back windshield tint. I'll go over the shrinking, prepping, and installing. So the first thing that I do is I make my H pattern, split it down the middle, and then go up the sides, making a very big H. This is going to split all your fingers going up and down and get rid of any going out of the side because you can only shrink up and down. I just go side to side and then I just begin to squeeze it out as it shrinks. So how you know it's shrunk is when those up and down big fingers kind of go side to side and turn into waves. You can somewhat push them out to the side, so experiment with that a little bit. You don't want to shrink them out of the side. Now as I get to the middle, I want to demonstrate a pull shrink, which is where you pull. In this case, I actually kind of over shrunk it, but you guys will get to see how I deal with that. First of all, bottom sections will always shrink easier and faster. I won't go over everything in depth, but if you guys are curious, you guys can always check out my community, ask questions, and join any Q&A. Kind of just go in circles with my heat gun. This is going to evenly shrink it. All these ways will evenly shrink it. So whichever one of these that you try that is most comfortable, that will get you the most even shrink is what you want to do. They will all lay flat. That doesn't mean they will all behave equally once you're installing. I go all the way across side to side, and you see those ripples are very, very soft, and it's kind of just laying down on the glass. Whatever way you do that gets you this is what you want to do, because those very soft ones that just kind of lay down, that means they're not going to give you any issues when you're inside installing, because your tint is not going to want to stick to the defroster strips in some scenarios, and so you'll have what we call peanuts constantly popping up on those defroster strips, and you won't be able to get those down. That part that I over shrunk, now getting less aggressive, because before I had one side completely shrunk and this side not shrunk at all, so I was pulling very hard diagonally, versus when I get this mostly shrunk, then it is only kind of just pulling side to side. So then it just became much more manageable, and then I just continued to shrink and it was no problem. This is all really just trial and error. And then again, here I'm going to be doing a bit of a pull shrink, and this is a much better example. Another way to get it to lay down very, very smoothly, because you're literally lifting it off and letting it hug itself to the glass. So when it's shrunk, it'll lay itself down.